Crowdfunding has been around for a long time, but compared to other ways of getting money for a business, it is new and different. Crowdfunding has become a way for millions of young entrepreneurs worldwide to find financial backers. It has also become prevalent because it is easy to use. In this video, we will cover the basics of crowdfunding. What is crowdfunding? Crowdfunding is the use of small amounts of capital from many individuals to finance a new business venture. Crowdfunding uses the easy access to large networks of people through crowdfunding websites and social media to bring entrepreneurs and investors together, encouraging more people to start businesses by making the pool of investors bigger than just owners, relatives, and venture capitalists. How crowdfunding works. In most places, there are limits on who can give money to a new business and how much they can give. Like the rules about investing in hedge funds, these rules protect non-wealthy or unsophisticated investors from risking too much of their savings. Since so many new businesses fail, investors in them have a high chance of losing their initial capital. Crowdfunding has enabled entrepreneurs to get millions of dollars from anyone with money to invest. Investors now have the option to choose from hundreds of projects and invest as little as $10 into each if they desire. Crowdfunding sites make money by taking a cut of the money they raise. Types of crowdfunding. The two most common ways of crowdfunding are, number one, startup companies that want to get their product or service out into the world. Number two, people who have had an emergency. Crowdfunding platforms have helped many people hurt by a natural disaster, a large medical bill, or a tragic event like a house fire get the money they wouldn't have had access to otherwise. In recent years, however, crowdfunding platforms like Patreon and Substack have made it possible for artists, writers, musicians, and podcasters to make a steady income from their creative work and keep doing what they love. Popular crowdfunding websites. Crowdfunding sites like Kickstarter, Indiegogo, and GoFundMe bring in hundreds of thousands of people who want to make or support the next big thing. A quick reminder, if you've enjoyed the video so far, consider subscribing as we frequently upload informative and educational videos. Let's continue. Advantages and disadvantages of crowdfunding. For a new business or person, the most apparent benefit of crowdfunding is that it gives them access to a more extensive and diverse group of investors and supporters. With social media being so popular, crowdfunding platforms are an excellent way for businesses and people to reach more people and get the money they need. Also, many crowdfunding projects offer rewards. Investors might get to help launch a new product or get a gift in exchange for their money. For example, gamers like to invest in video games through crowdfunding because they often get early copies of the game as a reward. Equity-based crowdfunding is becoming more popular because it lets new businesses raise money without giving up control to venture capital investors. In some cases, it also allows investors to become part owners of the company. The SEC regulates equity-based crowdfunding in the United States. Crowdfunding can hurt you or your company's reputation if you resort to it. There are also fees associated with crowdfunding sites, and on some platforms, if you don't reach your funding goal, the money pledged to you will be returned to the investors and you won't get any of it. An example of crowdfunding. Many of the products and businesses crowdfunded on Kickstarter did very well and made a lot of money. For example, the site helped fund Oculus VR, an American company that makes virtual reality hardware and software. Palmer Luckey, who started the company, created a Kickstarter campaign in 2012 to raise money for virtual reality headsets for video games. The campaign raised $2.4 million through crowdfunding, which is 10 times the initial goal of $250,000. In March 2014, Facebook, now called Meta, paid $2.3 billion in cash and stock to buy Oculus VR. In summation, crowdfunding is one of the most popular ways for entrepreneurs, go-getters, and creative thinkers to get money for their small businesses. It gives many people who can't or don't want to use traditional financial institutions to raise funds for a business venture another way to raise capital. If you enjoyed watching this video, please like and share the video with anyone else you think could benefit from this content. Don't forget to hit that red subscribe button so you don't miss any of our upcoming exciting topics.